Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. But if you are new here, hi, my name is Taylor. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys an updated natural nail prep for any nail enhancements, whether it be acrylic, polygel, or gel nails. So my client is here for a fresh set and I have not seen her in like a few months. So I decided I'd use this as the perfect opportunity to share this video with you guys. Now this is going to be a two-part video. I did record her actual set, but I just wanted to focus and do a dedicated updated prep video for you guys. So this is a beginner friendly video as well. So I am starting with the BeGlamorous Nails Flawless Cuticles Diamond Cuticle Bit, and I'm using this to gently push back her cuticles. I'm also using this to cut and lift any overgrown cuticle that is around the cuticle area, as well as on her natural nail plate. I do have my e-file at 4,000 RPMs to do this step. And I mentioned to you guys in my last video, what I absolutely love about this bit is that it does have a flat top, which makes it so easy to go around the cuticle area and get into those side walls. And it just helps so much when it comes to making sure that all of that overgrown cuticle is cut away, it is removed. And one thing I like to do to get into those side walls properly is gently hold my client's skin, so that way that area is even more exposed so the drill bit can comfortably fit in there. Now this is not going to cut you, it's not going to cut your client, it is very gentle. That is why I work with my e-file at 4,000 RPMs. That is my comfortable speed. I do always recommend that you find something that works best for you. After doing that, I'm taking the BeGlamorous Nails Grand Ball bit. Guys, I absolutely love this bit. It is huge, but it is also a coarse bit, so you do want to be careful with it. However, it does remove all of that stubborn excess cuticle, and it does prevent you from having to go in and nip the cuticle area. Now, I don't like nipping the cuticle area. If you're new to my channel, I only do it if I absolutely have to, and this bit has helped so much in not allowing me to have to do that. And this client in particular that I'm working on, she does not like me to use nippers or scissors or anything like that on her, so this bit is absolutely perfect for that. Now she does have some stubborn cuticle around that cuticle area. Now you can go ahead and up the speed of your e-file. Mine is currently sitting at 6,000 RPM, so I just moved it up a little bit, and I'm trying my hardest best not to touch the natural nail, but only focus on the overgrown cuticle. Now a trick for you guys is that if you have the two bits, they do work hand in hand. So the ball bit is actually going to raise up any extra dead cuticle that was left behind after using the Flawless Cuticles bit, and then you can come back in with the Flawless Cuticles bit and just cut away any excess cuticle that the ball bit has raised off of the nail plate. Now this is what is going to help you to not have to use your nippers at all, and that also ensures that you get all of that overgrown cuticle off of the natural nail, so that it's properly prepped to prevent any lifted acrylic, because this is the area that you definitely want to focus on when it comes to prepping the natural nail in order to prevent that from happening. This area here is prone to lifting, so you do want to take that extra time just to make sure that we don't have any problems after a month. I would say a month because I usually see my clients every 3 to 4 weeks, so this is actually going to help those nails to last. Now as you guys can see, one of the nails, the cuticle area, was extremely stubborn, but I didn't continuously keep going over it over and over. I did move on, go to another nail, and then come back to it. This is also going to ease up on the friction put on the natural nail as well to cause any damage. So one thing that I like to do, this step is completely optional, is that after I notice that I got all of the overgrown cuticle off, I'm going back in with my cuticle ball bit one more time and just buff over the cuticle area. And this is just making them nice and smooth and completely gathered together. So once I'm finished with that, I am taking my Mandrel bit as well as my 150 grit sanding band. I did lower the speed on my e-file and I did put it back to 4,000 RPMs, and I'm using this to remove the shine off of the natural nail plate. Again, continuously moving that sanding band, making sure that my e-file is also parallel to the natural nail plate. this is actually going to ease up on the friction as well as the discomfort on the natural nails. You do want to constantly keep moving. If you file over a spot and you realize there is a shiny spot maybe in the center of the nail, then and only then do you want to go over that spot once again. You do not want to constantly keep filing the same spot, and why I stress so much on keeping your mandrel bit parallel to the natural nail plate is to prevent any indentations on the nail. Now, if you hold your e-file at an angle, it is going to cause a ring in the natural nail, and you do not want to do that. So as you guys notice in my video, I move my clients' fingers. Like, I have my clients completely relaxed. We're having a really nice conversation where we're laughing and talking, maybe listening to music, doing something that will cause them to completely relax. So therefore, I have full control to shift and move their hands freely, which is very important for any service. You do want to make sure that you are relaxed as well as your clients are relaxed, so that way you don't have any health issues with your wrist or your back later on. So these are what the nails look like. They are very well prepped. Honestly speaking, that is all I do for my prep now. It's really and truly 3 simple steps. So this client did want stiletto nails, so I am going to include that clip for you guys. So today for these stiletto nails, I am using the not polished universal nail tips. And what I like to do, because I don't like reshaping stiletto nails that much, so I prefer to cut it on the opposite end than when you actually supposed to cut it. But in order to do this, you need to oversize each nail. So this is me asking my client the length that she's looking at for her nails. She ended up going with a length that I selected, but I always make sure to ask my clients to make sure that they are comfortable, and she was just like, okay, you do whatever you want, which are the words that I love to hear. So in order for me to achieve this, I do have to make sure that the extension fits sidewall to sidewall, just like a regular nail tip. So what I do is I go one size up to the regular size that she would use. I would slide the well of the nail towards the cuticle area just to make sure that the length that I'm going for, the actual nail tip, once I cut it, it is going to fit sidewall to sidewall and it is going to be comfortable for my client. Once that is done, I'm going to take my nail tip cutters and I'm going to cut the nail where I want it. And then the final thing is for me to apply my nail glue and then attach the artificial nail tip to her natural free edge. Now you do want to go ahead and size out all your nail tips as well as trim all of them to the same length, and I'm going to show you guys how I do that when I'm doing the thumbnail. So now I'm just going to go ahead and oversize all of these nails, and then I'm going to customize them to fit her nails, make sure all of them are also lining up to the same length, and then I'm just going to go ahead and glue them on. So let me show you guys what I do. I cut one hand already, so I left the other one plain. So what I do is, as you guys can see, one is obviously shorter than the other one. So I tuck one inside of the other to line them up. You do have to hold this really secure, and then I just take my nail tip cutters and I cut them to the same length. I do this before I glue them onto her natural nails, so therefore I am not guessing when it is time to glue them on. Now, I have been doing this for years, and if you are an OG on my channel, you know this is not the first time you're seeing this. I just wanted to give you guys a quick refresh and let you know that I still do it to this day. It does make life so much easier when it comes to getting that stiletto back into shape rather than cutting the nail tip the opposite direction, as well as it saves so much time. Oh my gosh. And just like that, we have great stiletto shaped nails without breaking a sweat. So now all I'm going to do is take my sanding band, and I do have the same 150 grit sanding band on my Mandrel Bit, and I have my e-file at 5,000 RPMs, and I'm going to use this to blend the nail tip into the natural nail plate. Because I cut the well off, the well is actually the thinnest part of any artificial nail tip. Because I cut that off, it is going to take more to blend these nails or to thin out the new well that we created, seeing as that's the direction that I decided to shorten the tip at, where it's a little bit on the thicker side of the artificial nail. You can go ahead and do this step even before you attach it to the natural nails. So just like how you would prep a jelly tip, you go underneath the artificial nail with your sanding band or drill bit, and you go ahead and thin that area out and then attach it to the nail plates. For me, it really doesn't matter. It's the same amount of time that it's going to take, so might as well just attach it to her natural nails. Now what I'm doing is I'm constantly moving my sanding band. I am not, and I repeat, I'm not focusing on filing it in one spot, turning that out, moving to another spot, turning that out. I am trying to cover the entire nail by working from one side to the next, and if I have to go in and repeat it in that direction, then so be it. At this point, I am definitely not touching her natural nails at all. I'm only focusing on thinning out the artificial nail tip. Now for me, this is an eyeball thing. You can blend it all the way into the natural nail. I just need that line to be smooth because I am going to be doing an ombre, and I don't want to see the nail tip underneath the nude or the colored acrylic that I'm about to use. Once I'm happy with the way that that line is blended, I'm going to take my 𝗙𝗃𝗃 100 grit rectangular hand file, and I'm going to just sharpen up that stiletto. Now as you guys can see, I barely have to even do anything because these nail tips are so well shaped and they are not that thick either, so therefore blending it, I didn't have to do much work, so it made it so much easier for me because they're not actually like thick. That is basically it and how I prep the natural nails for any nail enhancements, whether it be acrylic, polygel, builder gel, like any nail extension. And I would just apply the nail tips that my clients would want at that time. In this case, it is stilettos. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful and informative. I will have the BeGlamorous Nails drill bits linked down below, as well as everything that I used to prep the natural nails. I did use the 𝗙𝗃𝗃 Pro rechargeable e-file. I have the blue one. They recently launched a purple one. And once the nails are prepped, I am using the 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃's nail prep, and I'm just applying this to the entire natural nail only. At this point, you will see how well the natural nail is actually prepped. If you see any shiny spots after that prep has dried completely, any shiny spots actually equals oil still in that spot, and you do want to go ahead and remove all the oil from the natural nails before you lay any product. After prepping that nail plate, I am taking the Not Polished Extra Bond Primer, and I'm going to apply this to the natural nails. I do apply 2 coats of primer, and that is it for today's video. These are the steps that I take to ensure that my clients have long-lasting nail enhancements. So that is it for me. I hope you're having an amazing day or night, whatever time it is where you're watching from right now. If you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful and informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below, as well as subscribe and turn your notifications on so that way you don't miss out whenever I post my next video. I hope you're having an amazing day or night, whatever time it is where you're watching from right now. As always, I would love for you guys to stay glamorous, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.